So I got married. And honestly, I didn't know if I would ever get married because a lot of things about traditional weddings just do not resonate with me. Like the cost, the politics of who to invite, the obligations on friends and family, the engagement, the flowers, holding flowers. Why are we all holding flowers? But when I met Elliot a little over 4 years ago, this is something we really aligned on, is that we weren't big on weddings, although still invite me to your wedding. I do love a wedding. They can be really special and a party, but I just did not want that pressure. I did not want that stress. So we knew that we were gonna do things a little differently. Elliot and I decided that we want to do the marriage thing. Not that we need the government or anyone else to validate our love, but honestly, the government paperwork can come in pretty handy sometimes. So we began the process of figuring out what a marriage looks like to us. And we started by skipping the entire engagement. And we did that for the following reasons. First of all, I obviously wanted to pick out my own ring. I knew that this was happening, so I don't see the need for like a traditional proposal. And we didn't want a big wedding. We maybe even wanted a secret small wedding. So we didn't want like a public engagement that would be leading up to an event. So with all of this in mind, we started shopping for rings because that is one tradition I am happy to partake in. Oh, and for this, we need to go all the way back to the end of January, and I will explain later in the video why I've kept this a secret until now. So we went to a couple of different places in Toronto, and first up was Made You Look. Now I had my heart set on a vintage ring, and Made You Look has previously had vintage rings, but at this moment they just had locally made, independent designer crafted rings. Some were made with recycled gold though, and they said I could bring my own vintage or estate sale stone to put in the ring. I like this style because it was super timeless, it was very simple, and I feel like it wears well with other jewelry that I already have. And I really surprised myself by how much I liked a dark stone. I kind of already knew this, but this solidified that I want something low profile, I want something timeless, maybe a little bit unique and affordable, because personally, I do not feel comfortable wearing something every day that costs more than my mortgage. Elliot was also looking, and he, of course, found his ring. Day one, at the second shop that we went to a vintage shop that had a big selection of vintage jewelry. He went with this gold band. It has like little feather engravings and 3 little diamonds that are kind of like starburst vibes. This is very 70s and also very affordable. Only $300. This is what we're talking about. This is why we love vintage and secondhand jewelry. For the options that I saw at this shop, there was a lot of sapphire. Everything was very banded, which I was realizing that I don't really like, but I did really love this one. Like this one was speaking to me, but it's like 18 times the price of Elliot's ring. So we're gonna keep thinking on this. Let me tell you a little bit about what we decided for the wedding day. It feels weird to even call it that because we just wanted a simple, small ceremony that was affordable and stress-free. And City Hall felt like the most ideal. It's classic and it should be as stress-free as it gets. The plan would be to do a ceremony, take some photos with family, and then also just some with Elliot and I, and then hang out with family and do a dinner in Toronto at our favorite restaurant. Perfect day. The guest list, just immediate family and grandparents. So then we need to pick a date and align schedules. We had a lot of people coming in from out of town actually. And Elliot's sister works in the Coast Guard and she's usually on a boat. So we made her our first call. I know you have a really busy schedule and you will be here in May, but what does your March look like?
March, I am teaching until the 18th of March and then I'm going to Cabo. Why? What are you up to?
Trying to line up dates for this one. So Kelsey and I are going to get married. But
what?
It's exciting.
Oh my god!
But we're not.
We're not doing like a big wedding or anything. We're just gonna do a courthouse wedding.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god! I'm so happy for you too.
Thank you.
I have little tears welling up in my eyes.
Aww.
I'm so happy for you too. Aww. That's so cute. So you got engaged. When did you get engaged?
Well,
No.
this is a common reaction from the whole family. They were like, okay, wait, so you're engaged? What's happening? What even is engagement? Nobody was surprised that we were going this unconventional route. I believe my dad's words were awesome. I think he was happy that it wasn't gonna cost a lot for either me or them. Who's paying for weddings? Who's paying for weddings these days? We are keeping this a secret from everybody except for our immediate family that is invited. And our plan is to do a backyard party when the weather is a little bit warmer and surprise all of our friends and tell them the news. Kelsey, coming at you from the future, I would not recommend doing this. I hated keeping this secret for this long. It just happened to work out this way because we needed the weather to be nice, but we had the ceremony earlier in March. Less secrets, but I haven't had the backyard party yet. I hope it goes off without a hitch. Back to ring shopping. So I am dead set on getting a vintage ring. So I did a lot of research. I looked at a lot of different photos online, and Avorden had a selection that I was really into. There was a few pieces that I was eyeing. So I got on a call with Daisy from their team to take a closer look.
So Spencer is a little Belcher setting. So this is her. It is really nice and low.
Oh, it is low. Okay. I was a little worried because I was like, it is a little bit more traditional looking, but.
No, I mean, I'm wearing a lot of rings here, so just disregard that, but it is quite low. Like, it's actually lower than this other ring that I have that's bezel set next to it.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really gorgeous antique cut.
The Spencer is just so gorgeous. It's low profile. It's very classic and timeless in my opinion. The gaps in like the setting made me nervous because it's like, is that gonna get a little gunky? But it also reminded me of the one that I really liked at the vintage shop I tried on in real life. So that was a good sign. Okay, the Santiago. I think this will be too like chonky, but curious.
So this is Santiago. So it's got like the baguette.
Yeah, which I really like baguettes, which I have this little one.
Yeah, and it's definitely a lot like chunkier, wider, but it's quite a comfortable ring, I will say.
It's cool. Yeah. I feel like I don't like how thick bands like look on me, so.
So maybe, yeah, this one I would say will look thick for sure.
Yeah, I think no. I like the Santiago because of the banquets, but this chonky band, as much as I want to be that girl, I don't know, chonky bands do not look good on me. Oh yeah, the Laurent ring. That's like all baguettes. Oh.
I think it's this one, right?
Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, yeah.
So this one is higher.
Uh-huh, I did see that, yeah.
Yes. I wouldn't say it's like dramatic. Like,
yeah.
it's okay, for sure. But it's definitely noticeably fuller. Fuller than the previous two.
It's pretty from the front, but from the side, I don't love it.
You don't like
it's giving like. Yeah.
Yeah, it might catch on things a little, yeah.
Okay, maybe no.
Nice to speak to you, and yeah, I'll shoot you over an email in a little bit.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. Okay, there's one option here that I'm really liking, but I just need a minute to think about it because also this is buying a ring online without trying it on. But in the meantime, it's time to say yes to the dress with my mom. So when my mom found out that I was probably just gonna wear a white suit to this wedding, she got a little sad considering how much Say Yes to the Dress we watched growing up. So I decided we should probably go to Fitzroy, which is a dress rental house in Toronto. This way I can try on white suits that I know that they have for rent. They also have a big white dress selection, and maybe my mom can find something to wear as well. It's not a no to a suit, it's just no to this suit. There's a flare one, hold on. To my surprise, the white suits were just not hitting. It was just feeling so businessy. I did not feel good in these suits. I did not feel like it was right for the occasion. Now that I know I'm not feeling the suits, I tried on a little bit of everything to just see what would feel right.
Side boob cake. Nothing sneaks out.
Not really City Hall appropriate, I don't think. I mean, it's classy and still kind of casual, but Huh? Yeah, this is a little
Flower.
I was even looking at dresses that were not white because honestly, for the right fit and look and confidence, I would choose whatever. It did not need to be white, in my opinion. Not happening. I just like the cut of it. Like if this was in a different color. I am so grateful that I get to capture moments like this and share them with you and make it my job at the same time, which brings me to today's sponsor, Adobe Digital Academy. Big milestones like this have me reminiscing a little bit on other big milestones. And if you didn't know, 15 years ago, this October, I started this channel, TheSorryGirls, with my friend, Becky. We look so cute and we had no idea where these first tutorials would end up taking us. Our careers in content creation started in film school. That's where Becky and I met. And since then, we've been growing this company, and Adobe programs have been at the heart of that. We started with Premiere Pro when in school for editing, and then Photoshop when we started a YouTube channel and we had to make thumbnails. And then later we used Lightroom for photo editing for our blogs. And if you haven't seen what Adobe Express has to offer yet, I am warning you, it is going to be your favorite easy to use content creation tool. If I were to start my career again today in this academy, I honestly don't know if I would go the traditional school route because now there are so many great courses that set you up for success in a creative career. And if you're in a creative career, you know how important it is to stay up to date with all the changes. That is where Adobe Digital Academy comes in. They have thoughtfully created courses from full professional certificates to shorter form courses that you can take through Coursera regardless of where you're at with your skills. If you're somebody that watches creators and wishes that you could do this for a living, you can. With the Content Creator Professional Certificate, you can learn the principles of visual storytelling and learn how to create a strong brand presence across multiple platforms. Even if you're currently creating content, want to diversify your content, start a podcast, or go from short form to long form, this course is perfect for you. On that note, you need to let me know how good I am at multitasking because while trying on these dresses, I am not only filming for long form, I'm also filming for short form on my phone, and then I'm getting photos as potential thumbnail or like Instagram photo options, all while trying to enjoy this time with my mom and pick the damn dress. Trying to multitask and do it all. The great thing about this is that you will get a Coursera Professional Certificate, which you can add to your LinkedIn or resume, and you can enroll for free through Coursera using their 7-day free trial. So it's very low stakes. You can try it out before fully committing. Speaking of fully committing, this ruched dress number is one of the only options that I'm really liking, but is it too sexy for a City Hall wedding? I don't know if this is exactly what I was picturing myself in, but it is available on the day that I need it, and it does feel good to have at least one option now, but the search continues. Okay, so I've been thinking about this outfit. I'm just revisiting my Pinterest board to see what I was pinning. Becky had this tip when it comes to design of like looking at what you pin and trying to see the similarities between what you've pinned. Because you might like pin something and be like, I love this outfit. But if you look at everything as a whole, what are some similarities? So in design, it could be like, oh, in every picture, like there's a pop of green. Or I've seen this one light fixture like 3 times on this Pinterest board. So I'm trying to do that right now. Obviously my main theme is just like City Hall, and I didn't want something that would be too fancy. I've also just like never pictured myself in a big wedding dress. I really thought I wanted a suit until I went and tried on the suits, and it just did not feel right. But also I just don't know what Elliot wants to wear, and I feel like some of the suits I was looking at felt dressier than the suits that I know he has. Like he has a green suit that I think would look really great, and I love the color green. So I was like, I can't wear this like satin suit that feels like tux-ish, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I think I'm like backing down a little on the full suit, but also see, he's wearing a 3-piece suit. And I just feel like if I wear a like satin suit, I'll look fancier than Elliot. And then I noticed that I was seeing a lot of blazers. A lot of blazers and a lot of satin. So like this look is kind of cute. It's like kind of dressy, but then you still get the blazer from the suit. So that's why I feel like I would like that. And then I purposely started looking up, not necessarily bridal, but I was like, what would a blazer dress look like with boots? Because I really wanted to know what a blazer dress with boots would look like. Because it will be March, and like for a minute I thought I could wear like a cutie little timeless dress like this or something, but it will be March. And I checked the Toronto weather for March and it's still gonna be like 0 degrees, which is this much Fahrenheit. So it's gonna be cold. So I don't think the cutie dress is for me. Which brings me to the blazer, which is gonna add a little bit of warmth, and then maybe some kind of satiny dress underneath. Here's an example of a satin dress with a blazer. That looks pretty cute. This example, she's wearing gloves. I mean, we could wear gloves. I don't know why, I really am just picturing burgundy boots. That's our new direction. Satin and blazer. Can we buy my ring?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after a lot of thinking and ultimately just not being able to get the ring out of my head, I decided to move forward with the Spencer ring from Avoidant. Feels very weird to buy a ring online before. I've tried it on in person, but what can you do? Ring size 5. I do not need an engraving, and we're gonna buy. It can be a little scary buying a ring online that you haven't tried on in person, but I felt like I was in good hands. And I also tried on the similar style IRL, so it was feeling meant to be. And also at $2,000, I thought this was a really, really good opportunity.
When's it gonna arrive though? Insured express post, good call.
I think that was the only option. We are going to have to call them and just make sure it gets here in time.
Okay.
And that they do the reinforcement of it.
Okay. I have a call. I'm ready for bye.
Bye. Did it. I'm gonna have a ring on my wedding day. I am relieved.
Doing the most.
In the middle of working and living our lives and secretly trying to plan a wedding, Ellie and I went to New York City to visit some friends. And also while I was there, I filmed the first episode of my series, Thrifting Adventures, if you saw it. It's where I take on thrifting challenges. But little did everybody know, I was on a thrifting challenge of my own to find a wedding outfit. Ignore this part if you are a regular viewer of TheSorryGirls, because you probably already know that 6 years ago, I decided to only shop secondhand, exclusively for my clothing and what I wear. As seen with my vintage ring, but this also goes for my wedding outfit. I'm not gonna cut any corners. This is my thrifting mission, and I knew New York City would have what I needed. It's New York City after all. Wrong! First, I found boots. These were basically perfect, except they have details on them that I really was not loving, and I didn't pick them up because I didn't want to have to cut off the details. I thought I could keep looking. This vintage Armani suit was a better fit than the other suits that I tried on, but it was very thin, and I didn't think it was the right material for a winter ceremony. I tried on this piece at the Real, and this is one piece that I loved so much. Honestly, even looking back at this footage, this could have been the dress. Maybe it should have been the dress, but what I couldn't get over was the distressed details, like on the arms and on the bottom. It just wasn't screaming wedding day ceremony to me. I don't think I have the footage to do it justice because I got tired. I was thrifting for 2 full days in all of Lower Manhattan and Brooklyn. I swear I went to every single possible thrift store and I came up with nothing. So I left New York empty-handed and the stress was really starting to set in. But just like that, we are back in Toronto and we are walking up to City Hall, the place it's all about to go down in just a few short weeks. Also, I need to tell you something so weird that happened when I told Nina, who's our head of operations / producer at TheSorryGirls, I told her that I needed our wedding date off. Well, I just said March 19th. I need to take a personal day because this is a secret, obviously, from everybody. And she was like, what, are you and Ellie gonna go down to City Hall and get married? How does she know? How did she know? It's not even like I put it in the wrong calendar. I actually don't know. When she actually finds out and knowing she said that, oh man, so funny. In case you didn't know, because I didn't, you can't just walk into City Hall and get married. This goes for however you want to get married. You need to apply for the marriage license and pick that up at City Hall before you can get married. Got the goods?
Yeah. Should I seal it?
Don't seal it. Yay, the government told us we can get married. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just got home from a day of DIYing at the office. I had a very important package coming today. And it literally just got here right before I got home. The ring got here. I'm so excited. Is it weird? Should I wait for Elliot? I can hear that he's on a call. I was anxious this would not get here in time. And I'm still anxious it won't fit, or I don't know, it won't look the way I thought it would. In another life, I really feel like I could have run a sustainable vintage ring company. Okay, I feel like, hold on. I love it. No, because I have the prettiest ring I've ever seen. Okay, does it fit? Oh my god, they did such a good job. Like reinforcing the prongs. Oh my god, this is the weirdest thing ever. Honestly, I never thought I'd get married. It's like a little bit, is it a little big? Maybe I'm having a skinny day. Wow, 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 wow. This is a very weird feeling. I also feel like so not dressed for this occasion. Hey guys, check out this sick. What?
Oh! I was gonna be sassy, but oh, it fits. Looks good.
I like it, eh? Aw.
I really like it. It's also perfectly,
Yeah, not too big or anything.
very low profile.
Low profile.
Well done. You did a good job.
Thanks. To her little home. This with the marriage certificate, creating a little of the day packet. Things we will need to get married. Okay, with the legal and practical things out of the way, it's time to focus on what I'm gonna wear, which is also a legal requirement. Burgundy boots on Facebook Marketplace? Check. White Zara blazer also sourced from Marketplace? Check. I love this color. And honestly, I don't know why, but I have more of a vision of wearing like a plum burgundy boot than I do of a white dress. Like, I just don't know why I really want to wear boots like this. Okay. Satin dress from Depop, check. Wait, hold on. It's a little booby, ain't it? This ceremony is in less than a week and a half. And I do not have a dress or an outfit. I got boots though. Don't even know if I've like pictured myself in a white dress. Like, is this me? I don't know. But here's the thing. This is a whole option where it's like, if I can't find anything else, I won't go naked, but like, do I love it and do I feel confident? Not great. Actually, this isn't even gonna be a backup option because when I was taking it off, I noticed stains, multiple stains on the dress. Satin Depop dress being returned, check. So now we're on a roll. Next up, I picked this kind of drop waist dress, also from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. I think the cut of this is really flattering. I think it's one of my favorite dresses I've tried on, but it's the wrong color. It's like, it's linen-y, beigey tan, and it doesn't match the shirt that Elliot got. And it is just, it's not white. Not that it has to be white, but I also just think it doesn't look so great on my skin tone. Do we think RIT color remover will work? I actually don't think it'll work, but okay, it works best on cotton and linen, and guess what? This is 50% cotton, 50% linen. The dye remover did not work because I don't think you can remove dye when there is no dye because linen is just that natural color to begin with. But I did dye it a different color, burgundy. Turned out really cute, but the wedding dress hunt continues. Since I was getting a little desperate at this moment, I decided why not combine the dress and the blazer so we don't have to source two things. I also just found out that the weather for the day kind of keeps going up. A couple weeks ago it was like negative something. Now it's 9 degrees, so this could work. I think this is a really cute option and it looks very good with the boots. One more option on the way. Otherwise, we might just need to wear something. Okay, I'm putting all of my bets on this final Abercrombie & Fitch Bridal Collection satin dress off of Poshmark. Okay. Oh, this is cute. You know what's not cute? I'm on my period and I don't even want to touch this. I don't want to try it on, but I have to. Okay. I think this will be, okay. Wait. This might be it. Hold on, I need this. Boots are up here. I'm that person that will find something wrong with everything, which I know is not the most attractive personality trait, but that's just who I am. Okay. It's not stained. It's see-through. And the cowl back kind of sticks out a bit, but maybe that's fine. So despite me trying to pick apart this outfit, this is a really good look. The dress is gonna work. I just didn't like how it looked with the blazer option that I already purchased. So I decided to source another blazer option, say it with me, from Facebook Marketplace. Wedding outfit, secured, locked, lock it down. My friend Presley is actually a makeup artist. I just wanted to feel the most confident I could on this day. So that means somebody else doing my hair and makeup. Good morning.
Well, hello.
Look at all your gear. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, welcome. I think we really only have one choice. Like window table?
Yeah.
Is that?
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, it's
What's the event?
yeah, I knew you were gonna ask. It's a really nice day for a little wedding day.
Oh.
Mine at City Hall.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! That is so exciting.
Yeah. It's a secret.
camel. Before I do your lips, I would love for you to have a bite.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm very happy with what Lindsay and Presley did. I said me, just like 15% better. I'm like a little bit like, things are crazy right now. I just keep going like, I think we're leaving in 15 minutes. Oh, you are home. Hello? Are you home?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were home.
No.
I thought you were still out.
Oh, but I'm just hanging out.
We gotta leave in like 15 minutes.
I know.
Blur my butt or something. This is real happening. I'm writing the vows before we go. Actual footage of me writing vows. Family was already all there, and then you fill out some forms and sign some things before you get started, and then you head into the wedding chambers.
We are here to celebrate one of life's great moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes to the words that shall unite Kelsey and Elliot. Do you, Elliot? Take Kelsey, whom you hold by the hand, to your wedded wife, promising to love, cherish, and respect her, and to be her true and loving husband. Do you, Kelsey, take Elliot, whom you hold by the hand, to your wedded husband, promising to love, cherish, and respect him, and to be his true and loving wife?
I do.
Elliot and Kelsey have consented in matrimony, have witnessed the same before you and this company, have given your vows each to the other, and have declared the same by the giving and receiving of the rings, and by the joining of the hands. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the province of Ontario, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss. Congratulations.
You want anything? You want
Yeah,
anything?
anybody want anything?
I'm okay. I'm okay, thanks.
We met up with our family at the pub, and then from there, we went to our favorite restaurant in Toronto, the Hamptons. The food there is amazing, but honestly, I'm also there for the vibes because it feels like your own personal dinner party with friends, or in this case, family, and there's absolutely nowhere else we would want to go after our wedding ceremony. Like it was an unspoken thing, like book Hamptons, it's happening. Okay, make sure you stay tuned and stay subscribed because up next, I have my accidental honeymoon in Japan, a whole video about that. And then we surprise all of our friends with the news that we got married at a backyard surprise party wedding happening this summer. See you there. Thanks for coming with us on our wedding day.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you, Mom.
I love you.
was nice. Babe!